So I'm standing here at the entrance of El Rodeo, which is one of the hardest hit communities by this volcanic eruption. No one lives here anymore. It's just families that are looking for survivors and loved ones. Even after 9 months that have passed by of this eruption, there's still total devastation in this community.
Rodeo. So you're jumping where you are right now. Look. The height of the ash. Yeah. It came right down here. This is a church. Here are the chairs after Sunday morning service. Untouched. Nobody came in here for shelter and the ash just came through.
Once, a small little village in Guatemala has turned to a pile of rubble in just a matter of a few hours. As I keep walking down this street here, essentially a makeshift street, you can see behind me just the incredible devastation, and the emotion of this place is just completely overwhelming. Even a month after the event took place, the heat from the ash was still so hot that it would melt shoes while people were still desperate to find any survivors.
I just cannot imagine how they run and escape for the ashes, and how the people inside the houses got burned as well. People couldn't run because the ashes were so fast. The people that survived is why it was really a miracle. Stories came to my mind, and we just need to pray, because for us that we didn't be here, it's still painful and still being a big shock. Can you imagine the people that really survived to that tragedy? They still recovering. We need to pray for them.
So I'm standing in a home, or what was once a home. Obviously this was an entrance. There was a gate, probably the entrance to this home, and you can see the lava and how high the lava was at this stage. Just take a look at this. And this is what people were essentially trying to flee and escape.
to feel like an oven inside the house. And they started to pray, and the pastor said, let's pray, let's ask God for help. And it was a pregnant woman inside. And that pregnant woman called the husband and say, I just want to say goodbye because we are dying here. And the husband said, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to rescue. And she said, don't come, please. You are going to die with us. And he said, I prefer to die with you than to stay alive without you. And he brought some army guys, and they ran to the pastor house, and they opened the roof. But the husband of this lady was expecting just find his wife, and he was surprised to find 32 people inside. But when they came out, because the ashes and everything, it was dark, they didn't know where to go, and they were very hot, very exhausted. And the pastor said, let's pray, because we don't know where to go. And everybody prayed, and immediately they said that rain started to came over them, and that's refreshed them, and they could breathe. And they said, God, where can we go? Where we can go? And then they saw a little path, and they knew God is showing us this path. And they started to walk, but they started to see people dead, and people melted, asking for help. And they just walked because they couldn't rescue them. It was the lava. But just the path where they were walking, it was clean. And they walked for 40 minutes in that path. And then they found the line with the firemen, the ambulance, and they knew God guided us here. But just those 32 people survived that looking for the pastor's house, and they prayed, and it was a miracle, We are visiting the families that are suffering, still suffering because the tragedy of the volcano, and we are here with some of them, and they are asking us for prayers because, like mother, she said she's suffering so much to see her children, her family suffering of the burns of the lava when they got damaged for the tragedy. And she said it's so painful for her to see them suffering this way, and she's asking for prayers, for strength for her and also for all her family, because it's very hard to go through this time. And she's asking all the church and the believers, please keep us on prayer.
And it just tells you the overwhelming magnitude of the lives that were impacted here. Many people lost their lives and have been relocated in the various communities around here. And so we need help. We need for you to partner with us to come and to help the people of this community that are still alive.